Hey guys, it's Almir here, and here to talk about the beta for World War II, for Raid World War II. It's available right now. If you have the game Payday 2, you can play that, and it's a great thing. It's made by Lion Game Lion, and it uses the diesel engine, which is probably older than many of our fans, but that's okay. Many of the guns in the game, they sound kind of bad. They have really bad sound effects, and you fire them and they don't do much damage, and they're just kind of boring, but that's okay because Ilya the Sniper is here with me now, and he was also in Payday 2. Fans of Payday 2 should like this game a lot because it's like Payday 2, but it's in World War II. So you know World War II, Payday 2, there's a connection there. You guys like that, right? Did I mention that it's owned by Starbreeze and Payday 2. Did I say Payday 2 yet? Yeah, you should definitely get it because Payday 2. So it has skills like Payday 2, it has guns like Payday 2, but unlike Payday 2, the skills and guns are much more restrictive. There's 4 classes in Raid World War II, and you can only have certain guns with certain classes, and that is limited. So not like in Payday 2, where you can have any gun you want, on any person you want, in any build you want. They've decided to limit that in Raid World War II. So this one's basically just like Payday 2. Did I mention Payday 2 already? Okay, Payday 2, guys. So this one has loot, just like in Payday 2. You know, so you guys are probably gonna like that. There's cosmetics already. You can customize some of the looks of your characters. There won't be microtransactions because, you know, it wouldn't make any sense to have customizable stuff and then put microtransactions. We wouldn't do that. So yeah, we're definitely not gonna have microtransactions in Raid World War II. For those cosmetics. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Oh, I was supposed to say that? Oh, okay. There's lots of poorly acted FMV sequences, as well as really bad voice acting by pretty much anybody involved in this game.
The camps are out there. Find them and wipe them out. I'll stay here as long as it's quiet.
The German characters sound like they're just typical white people trying to voice them. No offense to white people. White people like Payday 2. Did I mention this game has a lot to do with Payday 2? There's also John Cleese. We decided rather than, you know, actually have a decent engine or some people that can actually speak voice lines, we spent the whole budget on John Cleese. So he has a few voice lines here and there. And I think you guys like John Cleese, right? You guys know who he is. He did a lot of cool stuff. He's kind of a legend. So I think you guys are going to like Payday 2. Or I mean Raid World War II, not Payday 2. John Cleese is in Raid World War II and Payday 2. And fans of Payday 2 will be happy to know that there's a bit of a crossover there. So you guys might have seen the price of this game. So we have an MSRP of $39.99 for the pre-purchase of the base game. Or if you want to spend $64.99, then you can get the special edition. So I'd like to point out though that if you own Payday 2, then you can get a bit of a discount. So you can get the base game for $33.99, and you can also get the special edition for $48.74. Now for basically the same amount of money, you could get a much better game, Battlefield 1. But don't get Battlefield 1 because Battlefield 1 has nothing to do with Payday 2. Fans of Payday 2 will like Raid World War II. Has a lot in common with Payday 2, not Battlefield 1. Even though Battlefield 1 is a better game, and it's probably cheaper at this point, but you don't want to get Battlefield 1. You want to get Raid World War II, because it's like Payday 2. Did I mention there's a crossover with Payday 2 and then Raid World War II? So let's just recap real quick there, heisters. I mean World War IIers. There's a big crossover, Payday 2 and Raid World War II. We're promoting it because it's owned by Starbreeze. And the Lion Game Lion made it. You remember them. We hired them to do some stuff for Payday 2, the game you guys like. And now they made their own game here, which is really good. So you guys should play that and buy it. It has 4 different characters, all of which are forgettable. It has really bad voice acting, much worse than anything you've ever heard. We spent the entire budget on John Cleese, which is why we have the diesel engine once again. That's why everything looks like shit. The FOV looks like shit. The guns are boring and they sound like shit. You guys might remember when Payday 2 had really high fall damage, and fall damage was more dangerous than your enemies. You'll be happy to know that that has made it into Raid World War II, and fall damage is very deadly from very short distances, as you can see in this clip here. The FMV sequences with Hitler are terrible. The Hitler person does not sound German at all. In fact, nobody of any nationality sounds like even anything close to their nationality, basically. The characters look ridiculous whenever they crouch down. The stealth mechanics are very similar to Payday 2, so if you play Payday 2, then this game is definitely relevant to you. And there's also loot to steal. Just like in Payday 2, you can steal loot in this game. You're going after Nazi gold and probably other things, but we're not going to tell you exactly what that is. There's weapon modifications, so you can modify your weapons to give you a few different little things there. There's character customization for different outfits, but of course you're not going to have microtransactions at some point, because we wouldn't do that, right? Each class has a war cry ability, which you'll probably forget that you have, but it gives you a few seconds of some buff for your whole team, so that makes it kind of cool. There are skills and there are weapons that each class can get, but each one has its own different set, and you'll have to have several different characters and classes rather than just having one profile like you have on Payday 2. There are challenge cards, so you can get these challenge cards and it gives new features to the game. It's basically what we have in Payday 2 with the modifiers, the mutators, that kind of thing. But we're gonna do it in challenge cards because, you know, we gotta call it something different for a different game, so you'll buy it.
Go to get see sniper.
Read this correctly. I'm going with hydrogen chloride.
Shite.
Find some and pour it in.
And of course, there's different difficulties, and you should have a lot of fun playing all the different difficulties. It's just a beta, of course, so people are going to complain and say, oh, it's not finished, or oh, it's, you know, bad. It's a beta, so whenever it comes out for full, you will like it much better, but you give us your money now, so that way you get a special discount and we get to keep your money. And if you don't like the game later on, you can't return it. So that's how you should do it. You should just buy the game now, pre-order it. Even if you don't like the game, or if you think it's not so good, or people are saying that, you know, you should just like it because it's like Payday 2, you should just go ahead and buy it, and then you will like the game, or you may not like the game because it's probably not going to be much better than this whenever it's released. But that's okay, so you should just go ahead and buy it and give us your money. So Almir here, and I'll see you guys on the next video with Ilya the Sniper. Did I mention the guy who voiced Ilya the Sniper has something to do with this? You like him, right? You like Payday 2, so you should buy this game. Okay? Yeah? Alright, great. So, I will see you guys in another video. Console Heisters, there will be another video coming up sometime soon where we talk about how there's not new content and things on the console version, and you can yell at us, and then we'll just be like, okay, see you all on the next video. So, Almir, Listo here for Good Time Gaming. So, please remember to like, subscribe, and share to this guy. And remember to pre-order Raid World War II and give us your money. It's basically like Payday 2. You guys like Payday 2, right? You guys really like Payday 2, right? Yeah? We have guns from Raid World War II and Payday 2 and masks. So you should definitely buy this game because, you know, you like Payday 2. And it's like Payday 2 the reskin. I mean, Raid World War II. So, see you guys later. Have a nice day, Heisters. I mean, World War IIers.